What's going on, party people? As you guys know, I'm heading to my first MSF test. I am super excited. This won't be my first time on a motorcycle ever, but I'm freaking pumped, man. I really want my endorsement. I want to get my motorcycle. I want to start making more content for all of you. Everything I looked up online is it's pretty darn easy. If you have a little bit of experience, you'll be just fine. And then as far as the test, same thing. It's you know, pretty darn easy if you just have a little bit of common sense. So hopefully all goes well and I leave today and I can get my endorsement in a couple of days. I'm excited to share all that with you guys. So here we go, on the way to the MSF course. I had a wonderful day at the MSF training course. We had a great instructor. Everybody in my class did really well. All of us were complete beginners, so it really, you know, could have gone terribly, but I'll tell you what, you get out there and you just have a little bit of confidence, you can get so much done. Don't worry about it. Just go for it. It's totally worth it. If you're a new rider and you're like, I don't know, it might be too much for me or too much bike to handle, they have really small bikes. It's super educational. You're going to learn a lot through the process. There was a lot of beginners in the class, like I said, and they did fantastic. So I had a great time, great group of people, met some new friends. I advise everyone to go through that class before they get on a motorcycle. So 100% worth it, worth the $250 or $200 or whatever you pay for it in your town. But like I said, tomorrow we have another day coming of training, and then we have a final test, and then we have an actual multiple choice test, which is 25 questions, should be fairly easy. I've studied a lot, so I'll let you know how that goes. I'm going to try and get on the course tomorrow with a camera, with a GoPro, and kind of attach it to my helmet, see if we can't get a little bit of the course and a little bit of the action, what it's like, you know, what the bike's doing and stuff like that, so you guys have an idea. Because the bikes aren't top notch, they're old carbureted bikes typically, unless you go to like the Harley dealership to do your test, then it's a fuel injected bike. But we had some old 125 carbureted bikes, but honestly it was super fun. I had a great time. You can really crank the throttle and it doesn't go anywhere, you know. It was great, totally worth it. So I'm gonna check back in. I'll end this video where it's at now, and I'll come back tomorrow with a new fit and a new attitude. Let's go. All right, bye. All right, folks, day 2 of the MSF training course. I'm super pumped. I'm looking forward to getting back out there, getting back out on a bike. Last night I did some digging on which bike I really want, and I've got a few things in mind, but we'll save it for another video. But I'm really excited. It's been going good so far, so I don't see why today would be any problem, but I've also got the 25 question multiple choice test, so we're gonna make sure we pass that. But yeah, I will try to get the camera out on the course if I can. They're pretty strict about that, I guess, because they don't want people just copying their course or whatnot. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. I'll talk to you about it today. I've got a DJI Action 4 that I have a mount for my helmet, so we can, you know, get a nice perfect view of what I'm doing and how it looks, and if I'm doing a terrible job or if everyone thinks I'm gonna be all right. All right, well, I will see you when we get out there. All right, guys, we're back. That was the last day of the MSF course. Passed it with flying colors, got a 0 point, which is 100%. And then I passed the actual exam portion of the class with a 92. I think I got one wrong. But it was a great time. Everything was awesome. I highly recommend doing it. If you have any questions, please comment, because I will inform you and reply to every single one of you. I'm new to YouTube, but I'm really excited to get more content. My next video, I plan on talking about you know, which bike I'm probably going to choose as my first starter bike. I've got a couple in mind. One is the CF Moto 675 RSS. Love that bike, super cool looking. It is a Chinese bike, but for the price, it's unbelievable. My go-to bike, I really want the Honda CBR 650R. That bike speaks to me even more as far as reliability. It's going to be awesome. But what I will say is $12,500 out the door compared to $10,500 out the door. That $2,000 in savings is pretty substantial. So I don't know. I'm in the air. If you have any, reviews on those bikes and you want to comment down below and let me know which one you would recommend, please do. The CF Moto is definitely faster, not by a crazy amount, but the CBR's 4-cylinder revs higher and sounds ludicrous. So let me know. I'm up in the air. I'm torn. I'm really torn, but I applied for it, so I should be able to get it within the next week or maybe 2. There's a dealer in my local area, so if that's, if that seems like an issue, it's not, because I do have somewhere to go to get this bike serviced. So really, just tell me what you think. Give me ideas. Give me some tips and tricks to the trade, baby. But had a great time. I would 100% take that class again. If you're gonna do it, don't do it at the Harley dealership. Just my opinion. The Harley dealership is probably very strict and very intense. The class I went to was way less strict, as far as they understood that everyone's learning and growing, and so people in my class, maybe they weren't perfect, or maybe they got nervous, and he let them try one more time, and then they aced it, right? So it wasn't so to the T, you can't ride, you're done, get out of here. The bikes were crappy though. I really got to talk about this. The bikes were terrible. My bike was hanging at 3,000 RPMs, bouncing to 7,000 RPMs while I was not touching the throttle. You got to kind of clutch through it to survive. I survived the course, and here we are. I got my card, and I'm ready to get my endorsement. As soon as I get my endorsement, I'll run in, grab some insurance, and grab a bike, and we'll be on the road. All right, guys. Peace.